This video is going to be dedicated to my newest subscriber. She's 6 years old. Her name is Annabelle. And she's a very beautiful little girl, and I love her very much. And she's also my granddaughter. So I want to give a big shout out to Annabelle. I love you. Hope you're being good. Hi, this is Curtis Hunt. Welcome to C&L Lines. Today is going to be a mail call, a sort of a mail call review, and an update on my power plant. First off, I found these on eBay, and I picked up 7 different colors of the MIG pigments. There's a gray, a darker granite, a black. This one here is a old brick rust, and this one here is a light rust, and this one here is it's an orchid rust, but if you look at them, they're really pretty close together. So the orchid rust you wouldn't need. And this is your sulfur yellow. And that was one order. And the second order was also done on eBay. And this gentleman packed it in styrofoam very well. Now if I can get it out of here without tearing it up. It is a Santa Fe maintenance way. It's got some wheels on it, ties, a barrel, some rail. On the back end it's got another barrel, your brake. Now these have truck mounted couplers to the horn hooks, which that whole system will be replaced with Katie's. Now here's another one with sidewalls. Same thing, it's got the wheels in it. Doesn't have the barrels on this one, but that's something that could be added. Again, it's got the horn hook cups, which will be replaced. So I picked both of them up for $6, which wasn't a bad deal. Now this next one comes from my good friend Ron up in Canada, which most of you would know, Ron Perret. He sent me some wood stock. And the Modeler's Gill t-shirt. Brand new. Now that is it for the straight mail call. If you watch Tom's Trains and Things, you would see where he was talking about reading the different magazines, getting ideas out of them and that. Well, there's 3 magazines here, or books I should say, that I think bear mentioning. One is a scratch building for Model Railroad. It's by Bob Walker. It comes out of Craftsman Railroad magazine, Railroad Model Craftsman. He's got a lot of good techniques for using plastics and how to make it look like wood. just tips here and there as to how to use different products for wood, plastic, and using different stains, and how to create something like this here. It's well worth it. There's a lot of tips in it. And again, that is from Railroad Model Craftsman. This one here is Model Train Structures A to Z. And it covers wood, cardstock, paper, plastic, and plaster. It gives you all kinds of tips, techniques. There's a couple scratch builds of each one in the process of it. So this one here also came from Railroad Model Craftsman. It is also published by Carlstein's publication, and this is by Wayne and Mary Clay Wesolowski. And I'm probably not pronouncing that name right, so I'm sorry. That's about as close as I'm going to get to that one. And the third one is Joe Fugate's new magazine book that's out, Make It Run Like a Dream. This is the first book, Track Work. So far I am on chapter 9 on this. Very, very illustrated charts, graphics, just filled with all different kind of tips, how things line up on curves, how to estimate your curves, how to do easements on curves, working with your track, the difference in super elevations and how to do it. So far, this is a great book. Like I said, it's got a lot of illustrations, and it's well worth the money. So that takes care of the mail and the mail review of the 3 books. So now we're going to go over to the model, and we will take a look at it now that it is finished. Okay, here is my Ash Fork Utility Company building. All the roof detail is on there now. There's the water tower complete. Air conditioners with the wiring all hooked up. Some smokestacks. The rooftop stairs to get up. And there's a guy in there working on the overhead crane. And there's the chimney stack building that I built. And I'm planning on adding some piping that will run off of here into the back side of the building. And those go up there. And then here's their sign. And we'll show you around the other side. Alright, and we'll turn the lights on and we'll give you a see what they look like with the lights on. So there's the sign right there with its lights. And the building and then you go across, you can see the little guy in there, and look way back there is another boss man back there, making sure the train doesn't smack through the boiler system. And there's part of the overhead crane right there. And if you get this little zoom in here, you can see how the cable runs up to the crane. And that is the update on that building. It took me a couple months working on it, getting all the detail on the roof done and This here is scratch built out of plaster, and that is an SS LED kit. The sign, the building is a Walters, and the rooftop, I can't remember what the name of that kit is. I'll try to remember it. So that's it for tonight. I hope you all have a great night, and y'all take care. This is Curtis Hunt, CNL Lines. All aboard! Here are some photographs of the smokestack housing that I was building. I had poured a mold, and after it hardened, I took it out of the mold. I cut out the angle to set them at different heights, and then started measuring these bricks according to the HO standards, and scribed them in and put the crosses in, and then put a door for the clean out, and I built a wooden door to put in there, which was recommended by Johnny Reb. So I thank him for that on the door. So enjoy. And here is where we started with the red, bringing in some of the coloring into it and seeing how it was going to turn out. And then we started weathering it with some pastels to kind of darken it up from the smoke of the smokestacks.